everybody, and welcome to another Noogleberry video. So this is my 8th week officially today of using the Noogleberry regularly every day, sleeping with it. We're gonna do the weigh-in, and I've got a couple of new things today than I've had previously. Now, if you haven't been keeping up with these videos, it's probably best to go and watch the first and the second and the third. So that'd be my introduction video, my 3-week update, my 7-week update so far. Now, the first thing we're going to go over today is the rings, which I recently got. I'm going to show you them and you're going to think, what the... Yeah, because they look mad. So this is one of them. I was under the impression that they were silicone rings, but when I got it, they're actually foam. Now this one looks kind of okay, held up fine, and then my other one looks really wonky and crazy. I don't know what's happened, but I basically slept with them and I woke up and one of them was like this. So I had a little read, and there's a lot of women who don't actually like to use the rings because they get really jacked up. So that is something to keep in mind if you are having trouble with the hard plastic and you want something to be more comfortable or to help with the comfort, but you are considering these and you don't know if they'll work or not. That is something that happens. But even though they get wonky, I still use them because they do really prevent that plastic from cutting into my skin. You all know I've got a little bit of scarring from the nights where I have been using it and it's pressing too hard, and I can't do that. Even though, remember, once we get to a suitable size, or soon, I'm going to go over how we can get rid of these scars so that our skin just is nice and our boobies are nice. But so my take on the rings is it's definitely worth a shot. Other things that you might try is blue tack. I went and bought some, but I haven't tried it yet, so I'll only update that when I do, but that's something that you can give a go. So that's the rings. Next is super exciting because Lucy of Noogleberry, bless her, she's so lovely. She is like an angel. She messaged me back because I asked her about, I have uneven breasts, as you all know, and I thought, again, misconception or just a wrong thought. I thought that I had to get a stopper so that I can just pump with one cone instead of both. And so I messaged Lucy and I asked her about it, and she said all you have to do is take off the, so this is basically how a standard Noogleberry system looks, right? There should be another cone placed on there, and then there's a long tube that goes up to there and it connects to the thing that we pump. Now Lucy said all you do is remove that. So let me show you what I mean actually. So this is the system, but it's got one cone on it, and it connects all the way to the pumper. So you pump with both of them on. Now what Lucy let me know is all we have to do is disconnect this from the Y connector and connect that onto one singular cone. So you just pull it off like so, splits that. So this is our system that we're not going to use at the moment, and this is the one that connects to one cone. So I will put that on, make sure it's tight, and I have got one active cone and pumper to use on Xena, the small one, the left one. So that's a update that I'm super excited about. So ever since Lucy told me that, I have been pumping for about anywhere between 1 to 4 hours, pumping Xena on her own, and then I fall asleep with both cones on for anywhere from 2 to 5 hours. So that's been my process, And I'm hoping, remember this month we are hoping that when we reach that 11 weeks, we're at 39 inches. That is hella growth coming from 36 inches. So let's hope. Now let's do the weigh-in. I was 37.625 inches at my 7-week update, and I will see what we are at right now. Here's a look at the girls. So I do have, that's actually not a an indent from the cones. That's actually where blood vessels popped, and that is something that can happen, and that's why you just have to be mindful, especially if you are sleeping with it, because then you might not know if it's too tight on them. So that is a risk that some of us that sleep with it take. I'm not sure if everybody would want to take that. And on the other one, it is the same thing, but not as much. But I don't experience any pain anymore ever since I got the foam cups. Okay, so now is time. Okay, so if I pull the silver up, I am exactly where I was at my 7-week update. So 37.625 inches again today, which, I mean, isn't anything spectacular because we definitely haven't grown this whole week. So little bit disappointed, because I even wonder, you see, when I was doing it, I was like, is it a little bit at 37.5? So have I lost some? I'm doing it again because I want to check. Yeah, well, it looks like it's exactly the same. I might have shrunk even from week 7 to week 8. The girls seem to have shrunken because it looked like it was between 37.625 and 37.5. So that is my week 8 update. But to be honest, I feel that they look really good. I actually was looking at them yesterday and today, and I thought, wow, they look quite sizable. So I thought that I was going to come on camera and be maybe 38 today. So it is a little bit of a, oh wow, a little bit of a shock, but let's just hope that we get better results in the next week, and let's hope that the girl, let's see one more time. So it's this one that is falling a little short, and this one that is going really strong. So we hope that with just pumping the one, she's going to perk up, and that they'll both be the same size. And then once we get them to an equal state, then I want to focus on getting the cleavage and the under boob. I am still excited. I'm still happy with Noogleberry, and I will see you right now. Hola, good morning. I hope I don't look too crazy because I've literally just woken up to do this week 9 video with the Noogleberry for you. I'm still sleeping with them, but I have changed up my technique slightly. So I'm a bit of a weirdo in a sense that I do things randomly for no reason at all, except it seems sensible to me. So what I've been doing, for example, last night I pumped this one last. So let me explain what I mean. What I'll do is I'll come in, I will massage my breasts with an oil of my own making. I made it with fenugreek seeds and some flaxseed oil, also some coconut oil and some olive oil. So I massage each breast, and depending on the state of my system, so for example, if I come in after work and my system is like this, I will massage. I'll put them on both boobs and I'll pump like that while I'm chilling with Mick on the couch and watching a series or a movie or something like that. So I literally will have them on for maybe anywhere between 2 to 4 hours. And then I fall asleep on the couch as I do. And when I wake up or when Mick wakes me up to go to the bedroom, what I do if they had started off like this is I would take off the end of the Y connector, so the part with the nozzle. I would take one of the cones off like that. I would put it on and then I would pump, obviously, Xena, the left one, for the rest of the night or for as long as I can stand until I take it off in my sleep. If I do that one day and then say the next day I come in and the system is like this, what I do is I massage my breasts, give them a good massage. I'm doing more than 20 seconds, so this is a good thing. I am spending more time massaging my breasts. And then if I come in and the system is like this, I will pump just the left one, Xena, while I am sitting on the couch chilling with Mick watching a series or a movie, fall asleep with just this one on, and then when Mick wakes me up I will take it off of this, connect it to the Y, and then pump both of them while I sleep. So what that allows me to do is get some extra time with both. So I am spending a good amount of time just on Xena and I'm spending a good amount of time on both of them. Now, disclosure, I don't think it's a good idea that I'm pumping both of them because my biggest goal is to get the left even with the right. So I really do think that I should just be pumping one, and I might start doing that after this 11-week update. But right now I still want to go ahead with growth because I know a lot of people are interested in knowing if this system works because they want growth. That's what most of us are after with our boobs. So I'm gonna keep doing that. I believe I can change my mind. So if you're watching the video and later I'm just doing one, I've completely changed everything. But for right now, that's the thing. Now you can see I'm not in my big fluffy robe, and that's because summer is coming. Even though it looks a bit grim today, Selah, Ireland, I am too hot to be in that robe, so I have switched to my little blue jumper, which I love. Sorry, it's not a jumper, it's a hoodie. And let's do the reveal and the weigh-in. So here's the ladies, and when I look at them I do see that kind of change is happening. They feel, or they look like they have come along a long way, which is great. But last week, I'm so sorry, my camera is wonky. There we go. But last week, I thought that my breast had come a really long way, and I was excited because if you all remember, our goal for when we reach 11 weeks is to be 39 inches. So I'm like, oh, last month it was great. I got a lot of growth. So I thought the same for last week. But as you know, I went down. I'm not sure that we're going to see a big difference when I weigh in right now, even though I think that I see a difference when I look at them. But let's weigh, or measure rather. So, to be honest, today I've gone down even more than what I was last week. So I'm just gonna make sure it's tight. This one down over. Okay, so what I see there is 37.125. I'm down even more than I was the week before. And I'm okay with that because what I see when I look at them is a big difference from what I've seen in the beginning. So even though on the measuring tape it doesn't show that I'm growing anymore, it actually shows that I'm going down, I'm weirdly fine with the way that they look. I know that Xena is still behind. There's this shadow that I see that is under one and not the other, so I still have work to do, but I am not worried. I still feel like the Noogleberry is working by way of, I feel really proud of what these girls are looking like, and we're gonna keep going with the system, and I'll be back in week 10. Hope I didn't repeat too much here. Bye! Hola! Okay, so remember just a tiny bit ago when I was like, I should just pump my smaller boob, but what I'm going to do for the duration of this month is just pump both of them because I'm doing this video and I want to show. Well, scratch all that, because what happened was I was looking at pictures. I took some pictures of my girls and I was looking at them and I was like, you know what, Xena is so visibly smaller that I cannot justify continuing to pump both of them when she needs so much more attention. So what I decided after I did the video last week, just a couple minutes ago for you, a week for me, I decided that I am just going to pump Xena every day and leave Zora Annabelle to her vices because she's so plump. I don't think she needs extra help, at least not at the moment. The good thing about that is that we all know that this system works. We know that I received considerable amount of inches and they look like they've been pumping up, so that is a great thing. Now what I've been doing since last week is just pumping Xena a lot more than when I was doing both of the girls. So basically I'll come home and after I have my food and have my shower, I massage both of them. So they still both get a massage, and then after that I just put it on to Xena while I'm chilling with Mick watching a series or watching a film, and then when I fall asleep with it on the couch like that for hours, and then Mick will wake me up like, time to go in the bedroom, and when I get in the bedroom I'll put on the cone again. So I'm pumping her for a lot of hours. This is what they are right now when I've just been pumping solo dolo. I am going to do a different kind of measurement. I'm not sure if I made it up or if anybody does a measurement like this, but it's, you'll see. So here they are. This one, the small one, who, you know, they give that weird kind of, and the big one here. How I'm going to measure, and I actually did this already, and I saw from what I did that Xena was 0.5, I know that sounds a bit crazy, but 0.5 inches smaller than Zora Annabelle. So what I'm doing is I'm measuring from the boob on the side across the nipples, and what I would see there is 8.5 inches that's across, and that's for the smaller one, Xena. And then I'll do the same exact measurement, so move the hair. So going from that one, going across, and look at that. That would be 9 freaking inches on Zora Annabelle. It's crazy, she's so much bigger. So we've obviously got one more week of this video, and hopefully we can see Xena pick up a little bit in the inches with just being pumped by herself, and hopefully this will help anybody with uneven breasts, because As you can see, my girls are really out of whack right now. From pumping just one, I cannot say that I see any big change yet. Hopefully this Noogleberry system is going to even the girls out. I'm going to keep this momentum up, so the next video will be probably just focusing on Xena, and there you have it. Right, so I will be back right now. Hola, hello, and welcome back to the final week, 11 weeks with the girls. And you know what I've been doing? I have just been pumping Xena, the left one, the girl that needs a lot of help, and it's been fabulous. So let's get straight into the measurements. As you know from the last week, I was about 0.5 inches difference between the left and the right, and let's see where we're at now. So I did tell you how I measure last time. I go from just the armpit and I go to about there where my finger is. So that would be 9.25 for the big girl. And then let's have a look at the lady who needs a lot more help. So she's actually at A. So this one here, the smaller one, she would be at about a, nearly at 9. I think she's at a 8.75. So definitely she's perked up, because if I remember correctly, last week she was 8.5, and we'll do a measure of the full girls. What I've got there is a, wow, 37.5, 0.625, 0.75. So I'm at 37.75 at the moment. If I just lift a little silver up so you can see, which is crazy because I haven't been pumping, as you know, the big lady there. I've only been pumping her, but that's great because in the beginning of the video, in the first 2 weeks, week 8 and week 9, I was a little worried because I was like, oh my goodness, I'm going down in size. I believe I went down to 37.5 in 1 week, and then, or I was 37.625. Yeah, I can't remember. But I know I went down in the first 2 weeks from what I was at the end of week 7. And so it was a little bit nerve-wracking because I was like, I want it to be at 39 inches by this week. And I was like, definitely not going to happen. But it's good to know that maybe the massages are working or something's happening, because I'm staying pretty steady, if not a little bit above what I was before. And I started off at 36, so anything above there is really cool. The girls are coming along. Now that is pretty much it. That is my 11-week update. I will be back in the 3rd week of next month, so you make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. Everybody who's been commenting, it's amazing. I love the community that we've got going. Let's keep it going. I love the tips that you have. I love the questions. I love it all. Give it to me. Make sure you check out her Natural Living Handbook. Always have the accompanying blog, so check both. And I've got a really cool little present for everybody. You can now get 10% off of anything that you buy from Noogleberry.com by using my code, which is somewhere there, right? So just use that. It is fully active, and make sure if you are just starting out with Noogleberry that you contact Lucy first. Just let her know, hey, I want to get this, these are my goals, these are my measurements, what do you recommend for me? She'll sort you out. She's amazing. So I love you all, and I'll be seeing you next month. Bye.